Hi everyone, welcome to Mermaid Radio. You are listening to this week's Universal Energy reading using the 16 Cowrie and the Veve prophecy cards. I am Mami Olufunke. This reading is in effect from today, Monday, July 19th through Sunday, July 25th, 2021. Before we get started, everyone, I'd like to ask you to stop and shop MermaidBotanica.com. I have books for sale, Shell Divination Interpretation, which you can also watch the video on this YouTube channel. And I have Veve Prophecy, Oracle book and cards. And I have these postcards for sale and the candles as well. So please stop and support this channel by buying merch at MermaidBotanica.com. Let's get started. The universal energy reading for the planet this week sees 9 Cowrie on the mat and Azaka in the Veve prophecy cards. This reading says Earth Mother is going to be a little rough with us where the weather is concerned. It will be windy, it will be wet. That we can expect because Earth Mother is steady trying to keep herself going. I mean, I've heard about so many different things about Earth Mother and how she functions. And one of them is this salty ice that sinks and more forms at the top and it sinks and more forms at the top and it sinks. And this action propels the water and helps create the tides and keeps the water moving around the planet. And something is happening to that water where it's not sinking as strongly as it did once because somehow the salt is dissipating. I'm not sure if that's the explanation, but I think it is. So Earth Mother is steady raining on us, and she has the faith that this thing is going to work out well for her. And I pray that we can have it work out well for us as custodians of this world. This world is ours to take care of, and we need to be about it. So we need to vote for people who will help us take care of our planet. We need to pray into the world that the people who have money to make things happen or break things down on this planet, that they can change their mind and decide that this place needs to survive. Ashe. The universal energy reading for the people this week sees 10 Cowrie on the mat and Shango Abatala in the Veve prophecy cards. People amongst each other, we have to be careful of what we say, how we make our complaints about our relationships, about any situation we might find ourselves in. We have to be careful about crying over spilled milk, things that happened yesterday. Because just as you can tell a story about how someone treated you, they can also tell their side, and it might not leave you looking in a good light. You might find yourself really losing out on connections, on opportunities. So we have to be very careful that what we say and what we intend for another will not end in the total dissolution of our opportunities, of our relationships, of our happiness. Where our community is concerned, our neighbors, family members, people you live in a household with, on your job, communities. Really think about the arguments you want to make about the things you want to drag up about the past this week. Be careful, people. Ashe. The universal energy reading for love this week sees 6 Cowrie on the mat and Agbao Rune Obatala in the Veve prophecy cards. 6 Cowrie is about communication. It also says in love, what you see might not be real. It might not be what's happening. So you have to be really careful again about how you bring up the past, especially with your love. What you say might be misconstrued, and you might find yourself ending your relationship when you just were trying to prop it up and fix it. So this week is not a week for hashing it out. This week you should take into consideration what you want to say and how you want to say, and save it hopefully for next week, not this week, if you want to continue to love the one you're with. Ashe. The universal energy reading for money this week sees 3 Cowrie on the mat, and Osayen, Obatala, and the Veve prophecy cards. So on the one hand, you want to argue about money. You want to argue about contracts and what people did or did not do according to your agreements. But do so with a coolness of heart and intention. Do so with righteousness in mind. Understand that now resources are a little lacking, and maybe people will be a little slow to deliver what they said they would, but most of the time people will come through with what they need to come through with. Ashe. The universal energy reading for career, work, job situations this week sees 7 Cowrie on the mat, and Obatala is Shu and the Veve prophecy cards. So here you're going for an interview or you work on a job. Please do not tell people that you will do things that maybe you can't do or you will not be able to do. Only state that which is true in your interviews. Only state that which is doable. And on the other hand, do not accept an appointment that you're not happy with. So if a person wants to pay you $60,000 a year for a job that you know is worth $120,000, and they have some flim-flam excuse as to why it's okay to pay you less than what you're worth and what the position is worth, let it pass by, because you will be birthing yourself into a situation which is not going to support you, and you'll probably have to end up walking away and looking for another job. So continue to look for the one that's going to actually honor you, your worth, your time, your education, or your know-how, whether you're educated or not. If you know how to do a job, then you should get paid for it. Ashe. The universal energy reading for health and well-being this week sees 6 Cowrie on the mat, and Izan Ogun in the Veve prophecy card. So here you might think that I'm doing well and I'm doing better and I feel good and I'm at the gym working out, or I'm eating the right foods and my doctor said everything's okay. But this week you're going to have to be careful, because you could be believing something that is not entirely true. You have to regulate. You have to continue to eat what's enough. So if you know you're not supposed to eat candy, but you want one, I won't say don't have one, but I will say take one piece and break it into 6 parts and eat each one of those rather than eat 6 pieces of candy. Okay, so we have to force ourselves to continue to work at being happy in ourselves, in our bodies. Eat right, exercise, get enough rest, and think and enjoy life. Be creative. Ashe. The universal energy reading for spiritual development this week sees 9 Cowrie on the mat, and Obatala Ogun in the Veve prophecy cards. So here we are with like-minded people, and we have a venture that we have to work on together that we think will bring a profit. And it very well could bring a profit, so long as we don't get jealous of one another, and so long as we don't badmouth each other in each other's face or behind each other's backs. We do not want to spread rumors that might hurt someone's credibility within our family. And we do not want to take light of other people's feelings about what they bring to the group. And don't work negative magic. Just don't work, potent love spells and trying to make people leave your job because they get on your nerves. Everybody needs to work. If they're not throwing something at you, there's no need in throwing something just to make yourself comfortable or possibly hurt someone. Ashe. This has been Mami Olufunke's Universal Energy Reading. I wanted to say also, we have Obatala in this reading so many times. 1, 2, 5 times Obatala came up. So I would say cover your head in white if you wear white. If you can cover your head, while you go about your work days. Even if you just put a white bow or a white headband around your head so that you can cool it. And remember, as you see it, as you feel it on your head, that you have to be cool this week. Not too much gossip, not too much talking about what people did and what people have not done, stuff like that. Try to chill in that way. Also, with Obatala coming up so many times, we need to cool our head with coconut water and maybe a little frankincense oil or some lotus oil if you can find it, and just pray into your head that you can be stable and have a peace of mind and a calmness in your heart. Again, this has been Mami Olufunke's Universal Energy Reading. I thank you for joining me this week. If you like this information and find it useful, please like, subscribe, add notifications to know when the next video is available. Have a great week, everyone. Odabo.